and it just pushed my rating way too high because I'm not that good. I'm okay. I'm not good. I'm okay. All right, that's the French or the Dutch? That's not the Dutch. The Dutch is over here. I think that's the French, or is this the French? Cannot remember. Right, so that goes after the Nim, though. I'm gonna go here. This is probably not the right way to play chess for me. Like, I should probably just play and not worry so much on what do I do here? What am I supposed to do here? I just don't study enough to be there. The amount that you have to study is pretty intense to actually get a high rating. And I need to do that. I need to do it. If anyone's on the Twitch, nice. If anyone's on the Twitch then and you haven't followed, please do, and you will see awesomeness. You'll hear the really cool sound that occurs. Dude, I really like your little avatar thing. Is that a dragon and a phoenix or something else? So queen coming out, interesting. Oh, I guess you're just coming after this pawn. Okay, I see. Yeah, I can see this as a pretty good opening against the English. It strikes out. I've studied e6 before, but it's been a while. And sorry about the coughing, guys. There's nothing I can do about it. One, I'm usually coughing. But two, I cannot do anything about this. All right, so a lot of pressure here on this guy. I think that could be a move since I have this here. You could take, of course, if I don't allow it. I could also push here and just push it back. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just put pressure. Instead of trying to go directly after the threat, put pressure somewhere else. It does lose a pawn, I see. But it doesn't screw up my pawn structure, and I think I can get that pawn back. At least I'm hopeful I can. All right, so you do that. So I take, you win the pawn. There's this. There's also this weird en passant that I could just lose on. I think castling is the right move here. And you can go for a queen side attack, I see. But I mean, it just depends on what you do. Consequently, inconsequently, I don't know. Whichever one I should say, this is the same opening that I played against Slanted Smile, and I am still kind of getting wrecked. All right, so you're coming around here, probably for that square. That's my assumption. I want to go here, which I can't. There's this, and there's this. But then I run into that. That ruins this pawn, which I don't like. But I've got to free up this bishop somehow, right? This, you come here, and you win back the pawn back. This, you come, hey, fucking Twitch, hell yeah. Huh, so what to do? That seems like a dumb move. What do I do about this square? Interesting. You got all these knights over here, which I don't like your knights. This, of course, you still come here. How to deal with this situation? This takes, and I don't like your knight being there. Boom, your knight's there, take. You come down. Yeah, this is a tactical thingamajig, isn't it? What's the best way to play this? I feel like that or this, but my queen starts getting trapped here. I've also got this. You come there. I think that's my move. Nope. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. Almost just fucking blundered a goddamn knight. You don't know what you're doing against the English, lol. Well, you're doing pretty goddamn well. You're fucking my day up. I think the opening you did, the sort of, is that the French that you used to open E6? Or is it the Slav? It's the Slav or the French, I think. Although it would have set it up here. AginCourt defense. I guess it's the AginCourt defense. That seemed to work pretty well. And then you kind of pulled the sort of Nimzo Indian out. Although I hadn't pushed the D pawn. Which I did that on purpose, of course. But it makes it pretty impervious to dark squared stuff. But you don't have a dark squared bishop, which is excellent. This has happened to me before. I actually need my pawns. All of my pawns are on the wrong squares. And then you having this pawn just like deep up in it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. This is going to be this is going to be an issue for me, I'm pretty sure. I didn't really know what to play. Was guessing, just used. Usually I face e4 to d4. Yeah. Yeah, that's a common theme with the English. It's kind of the whole idea. Right. So my idea was here, and I got this guy so you couldn't push. But there's the square, of course. I could see the computer saying go there and just be fucking crazy. But I don't like this. This is super weak against the queen there. Dealing with this pawn is necessary. I could take this out, move your guy there. You know, it also could move your queen there. You know, I'm going to do that. I think I want your knight on not that square. And you could move your queen out. Right. Okay, so that moves. This causes this thing in this weird queen trade. Is that so bad for me? Is that bad for me? Or should it be over here? Tuck, tuck. Here, which will be for queen there. And, you know, I'm going to do this. This is the kind of game that I'm... I guess it's... Would you consider this tactical or positional? Like if it was going to sway one way or the other? So your knight's out. That's good for you. I've got this fianchetto, which is good. Queen has some nice... So I'm doing good stuff on the light squares. And then you don't have a dark squared bishop, which is nice. So I'll probably fianchetto over here. And then at some point push central pawns. I need to get more light squares going. So against d4, against c4, I always use the King's Indian. And I'm not saying that's the best at all. Supposedly, according to Gotham Chess, I think the symmetrical English is the best response to the English. So you mimic what white does. And it's not the copycat. Apparently, it actually causes the English a lot of problems. Right, so you go there. So obviously I take, which was the idea. And that ruins up my pawns. So I think that was the good move. Probably tactical. The whole double pawn stuff makes the game pretty unbalanced. Yeah, and so you say unbalanced. And so one of my subscribers, who knows or cares is the guy's name, or the person's name. I actually don't know the gender of anybody who's on here, save for Megan and Jake. Anyway, Who Knows or Cares sent me a PDF, and it's called like Reassessing Your Chess or something. And it talks all about unbalances or imbalances and like this completely different way of looking at chess. And I'm just kind of getting into it. So yeah, that's good shit. Right, so the queen's out. The bitch is out. Queen trading doesn't seem beneficial for me at all. You're up a pawn, so you could just get me down. I think that's a move. I'm sure the computer's like, oh my god, why would you move your queen back? Ugh. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm stupid. This wasn't a good move, was it? Right, I see. Boom, boom. And you got this. I kind of like this move. It blocks this. You have these guys. So I hit here. You have that. I take. Boom, boom. You win the trade that way. But it weakens your shit. Your shit's weakened. Can I punish that in any way? You know, maybe the queen here is better. Take, take. I think I'm going to push there, though. I don't like the idea of you getting another pawn foothold. But it does stop my center from actually advancing. And I think me moving the queen back was not... I was trying to go for a positional idea. But the problem is you don't have to take it. Oops. Yeah, I was going to say developing the bishop. And then just putting tons of hell. So I take... And then this happens, I'm assuming. I think I can just push here, but then I weaken this, right? So I'm going to take your queen. I'm going to take it. Take the queen. You take that way, right? This is my idea, which likely is not going to work. But it does block your rook. Undefended backwards pawn, as I have. Do you go after the pawn with the rook? Do you go somewhere else? I see some malarkey coming along. No, that doesn't work there. Right, so you come back. Indeed. Where do I need to be? I think here is my guy. And then come in there, maybe? Okay, redirecting. Oh, hate. So much hate. This, you don't have a dark square. That happens. Can I do anything to prevent... Oh, you're blocking there. Cool. So I'm going to go there. That's likely a bad move, but I'm doing it. I don't want to give too much up on the king side, but you're still up a pawn. I see the c pawn being, or these double pawns even being gnarly here in about a minute. See, where are you weak? You got a backwards pawn here. This knight can't move. He can move, but he's guarding the fort here. I could see the rook coming, like a rook lift to put pressure on maybe. I don't know. A lot can happen. My idea, of course, is a kingside attack to weaken the dark squares. By the way, we'll see if that works. So if this happens, then this happens, but then I have this going on. Yeah, so you come over here and attack this guy. Right, that makes sense. I can push here, you come here. So I give up the pawn. Do I really want to do this? This gives up a pawn and then comes with tempo. But I think this is dangerous, more dangerous for you losing a pawn. There's a fork here. No, they're not the fork there. That, and this, yeah. You regain. Okay, yeah. All right, so now we have this thing. It does block that. And we got this. And you block that there. Well done. I hate you. Okay. That kind of fucks everything up for me. I appreciate it. Where does my guy go? Maybe there. I could take, then you take here. This, you don't get the pawn, but this happens. I think that is the move. I still lose a pawn. Anyway, the mustard is cut. I still lose a pawn. Oh, and I lose this pawn too. Ips. Ups. Do I want your knight to ever live again? I kind of hate your knight. Kind of hate him. Does this suck for me? I think that's okay. Dark squares can go fuck themselves. Da 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 da. It's my karaoke stuff. Right. Well, I don't want that pass pawn. That sounds like a bad move for the billion. This, I think. And it drops the rook. Is that okay? Can I drop this rook? I think so. It redirects the knight, but the knight's not on a great square. I don't want to give you this. Losing a little tempo on your dude. I'm not so shy about this. Doesn't seem to be good for me. This is just annoying. Ugh. I apologize for that move. That is an annoying fucking move. But honestly, I don't really know how to get into... yeah, that's pretty good. Push here. What do you... Oh, you go after the bishop. Nice. Go after the bishop. I almost dropped the bishop on that. Here? I see that as a move. And we got time going on. So that's the issue here. So this... What does that do? What am I trying to do here? There's a take. And I start getting into your shit. Is that what I want? I think... Then you push the pawn after that. I think it's okay. Nice. Didn't see it. Oops. Did not see that. I think I can still just take. Right? You come down that way. I go... You come down with the knights. Not the knights, the... where do I come here? Yeah, you get this, and this happens. Pop, pop doesn't work. We'll come here. All right, well, it was a good game. I think, so the eval bar says, I want to actually do a review of this game. We should probably rematch, but I want to do a review of it before we do, if you don't mind. The eval bar says we're equal, which is interesting. Let's